Now, if you're coming down to Oxford Street, there's a couple of really good places just to come and catch the lights. So we're here standing outside on the corner of Selfridges, where it meets Marks and Spencer's at the bottom of Baker Street. So here, as you can see, you've got a view of the lights going straight down Oxford Street towards Marble Arch. And then what we'll do is we'll pan back out, turn around, and then you've got the view down the other side as well. Rather conveniently, they put roadworks right in the middle. So you can stand right in the middle of the road and get a view of the lights. So as you can see, there's Selfridges, just sitting outside, there we go. All the lights around the doors, but then you get that view down Oxford Street as well. Now this is about, I think the third or fourth year that they've had these stars down here. So if you've seen our previous videos or if you've been following us for some time, you'll be used to these. But of course, we've always got new people joining us, so welcome. These are the lights down at Oxford Street. So this is one good place to see both ways, but I'm going to show you another great place as well to see these stars hanging down, because actually when they're combined like this, so you've got a big mass of them, they look much, much better. Unfortunately, right in the middle of Oxford Street, which is around where the Disney store is and Bond Street station is, etc., they haven't got many around there, and that's because there's a load of rework going on there, buildings being knocked down, reconstructed, so they've got nothing to hang them to. Just to prove we're in London, it's not a red bus, it's a pink one. So these are your best places to catch the lights on Oxford Street. Let's give you the front of Selfridges. We've seen the windows. This is the front. But the more impressive part is where the Christmas trees are. Right on the front here, where you can go in through the revolving doors, which is always fun. So if you're coming to Selfridges, don't go in the side entrances or any of the other entrances. Go in through the revolving door. And even as a big kid like me, it's still worth doing year after year. But it is noisy out here because, as you can see, you've got the rickshaws. Lovely, we're through the concoffee of noise, and now you've just got these lovely garlands all around the window, shimmering nicely. Now here we're on South Moulton Street, and South Moulton Street has been famous for the last quite a few years for having those big purple arches in the middle that people can walk through. This year they've changed it, and also it had a big purple tree as well, so the tree's now gone white. And if you look above, you can see what they've done with the decorations. They've got sort of chasing stuff going across the sky. And that's it. We've got another tree down the end as well, so I'll bring you that as well. But have a look at the lights as they sort of chase around and change colour as we go down South Moulton Street. Now, if you've been to London but you've not been off down South Moulton Street, it leads to round the back of Mayfair and to New Bond Street. So it's a nice little cut through. So it's worth coming down here. I'll show you the shops in a second and the cafes, etc. as we come back. And needless to say, like a load of London, which is quite unfortunate, I think, for the time of year. There's a lot of construction going on. But you're missing that because I'm just showing you the lights to start with. We'll do that on the way back. What I do like about these is actually you've got different colours as it goes through. So it does alternate it. You can see then, there we go, as the road clears, the construction goes, and then you can see the shops lit up all at the side. Here down South Moulton Street. Now, if you are a regular watcher, this is where we did our first Christmas live stream last year, and I got absolutely drenched. I had to go and stand in an alleyway so I didn't get soaked whilst we were doing the live stream. And, today it's rained already, but it's just a cold, crisp evening, which will do lovely for London. Now, goes to prove the old adage, we just love talking about the weather. Now this is rather nice. There we go, got some shops over here. We'll show you those again in a second as we come back. But what I rather like is you've got a white tree at the end there, which we're coming towards, so it's coming into focus. But also you've got a whole load of gold decorations. over here, and not quite, what's that called? Let's have a look. That's very nice. And a soaker, which is very nice. And then you've got the large white tree at the end. There you go, which is lovely. Oh, Christmas down, well, just off Oxford Street. Best of the lot. All right. Oh, there you go. And it even goes down here. Right, just to let you know, that is at Claridge's over there, and we will be going in later this Christmas to go and see the designer Christmas tree. Now that is launched on the 23rd of November, and this year being designed by Louis Vuitton. Last year it was Jimmy Choo, so we will be going in there for that and bringing you that on the channel. So you can see why people are taking the photos there with the telephone box right by the white tree. Right, let's head back down South Moulton Street so you can just get a feel, not just for the lights overhead. There you go. Let's show you a bit more of that, because that is rather lovely, isn't it? All right, well, I think so. And once we do that, you can take in some of the rather nice shops just off the edge of Mayfair. All I would say is, if you're coming down to London and you really want to experience London and love London, I would just keep off Oxford Street. It's got a lot of construction, and actually it's getting more and more tacky. Now, if there's certain shops you want to go to, fantastic. But apart from that, I'd keep off it. And actually, we've got a video of 10 things to do just off of Oxford Street, including a fantastic place to eat, which is a converted church, which is just amazing. Here we are. Ah, Arabica coffee shop. Looks like one I've got to have to try at some point. And you can see construction going on, and you've got the lights above there, and you've got another steak and meze restaurant. Just give you an idea of the shops down here, so it's worth a little walk. Here we are, jewellery shop. Cool. Yeah, with the Christmas decorations up. And then we're coming to the construction. So as we do that, we'll just focus on the lights above. A few of the shops to the side, there we go. So we've got the lights beaming across. Oh, another place. It's very nice, isn't it? With those around there. It reminds me a bit of Belgravia, which will also be covering this season, so don't worry. Belgravia in Chelsea. I know that went down very successfully last year, so we will be going back there for their Christmas decorations. Yeah, so if you just come off, I don't know how much these places are to eat, but hey, don't pay Oxford Street prices. If you're going to pay big prices, come down here instead. It's got quite a selection. Now, this is interesting. I'm not quite sure. No, not the construction right there. But here, Orbis, they've got a connection with the Muppets. Because if you look above, there, it's Kermit the Frog. Well, they seem to have got watches which are Kermit the Frog related. Oh God, I remember I had one of those when I was a kid. Kermit the Frog. And they've got all sorts of designs, Muppet designs, watches. There you go. Ah, always amazing what you discover. And then there's the white tree at this end. So the white tree signifies the start and the end of South Moulton Street. And then you've got Cafe Concerto and someone having a dance in the window. I think they're doing the decorations. Right, let me just give you a bit of a heads up. Cafe Concerto. They are a place that seems to have grown exponentially. God, that's a word and a half. Around London. But they also seem to be very, very expensive for a coffee and a pastry. So there's loads of other great places. But if that's your thing, go for it. So one of the things we talked about in our live stream is the brand new John Lewis advert, which is for Christmas 2023, featuring this thing, which is a Venus flytrap on the side of John Lewis here at Oxford Street. So what they've done is they put a massive inflatable Venus flytrap, so God help us if we get a bit of wind going sideways. Oh, by the way, if you think you can see someone up there, yep, they're actually putting it up right now. And then you've got the greenery of the front of the building. So, excellent. Well done, John Lewis. You've certainly gone through it this year. Tying in the store and also the advertisements quite nicely. So we've already shown you one great place to see the Oxford Street lights from. That's outside Selfridges. The second, and also equally as good because you've got them in mass, is here at Oxford Circus. So you come out to the traffic island. There's a traffic island you can stand on. This is the view back down Oxford Street, looking down towards John Lewis. So that gives you a great view there of some of the lights and the stars hanging down. But then as you head down this way, you can see the lights going down Oxford Street, down towards Tottenham Court Road. But for an even better view, we're going to cross over and go to the traffic island on the other side. Now here you've got the lights on mass again. And we're looking at the lights as you go down towards Tottenham Court Road on the other side of Oxford Circus. But the beautiful thing here is, if you want to capture your lights and lots of red London buses, there you go, you've got them all by the side of you while catching the lovely stars hanging from the sky. Well, ropes from buildings hanging across, sorry to shatter your illusions. And this is right by Oxford Circus Tube, but a short walk up. So every year we've got the same Christmas decorations up, which is a tribute to the start of the Christmas decorations, and the first one hung above the streets in 1954. And this is a tribute to the angels that were hung across there. But for some unknown reason, even though these have been the same lights on here on Regent Street for the last quite a few years, they are still extremely special. So the lights and the angels of Regent Street are up. But also, if you're coming to Regent Street, make sure you pop down to St James's Street as well, because the lights go hand in hand with that. Here we're looking down my favourite part of Regent Street, which is the big curve that leads to Piccadilly Circus. But here you've got a number of angels, and with all of those bulbs it lights up beautifully. So without a doubt, if you really want to get a good view of the angels down Regent Street, the best thing to do is walk into the centre, but also do it down by the curve which leads to Piccadilly, because then you get a really good walk through. But a really good thing about it is, of course, you've got an uninterrupted view as you walk around the corner towards Piccadilly Circus. And of course, everyone is outside Hamleys doing their thing in the middle. And here, you've got a really good view as it goes round the corner, and then the windows all start lighting up as you get towards Piccadilly Circus. And of course, if you love the buses, then they're here for you as well. And it's pretty uninterrupted. I should say, it's pretty uninterrupted as you walk down here, because people don't think about coming to this part of the island, which is lovely. And then of course, much like many times I advise on this channel, do remember to look behind you, because as we've just gone under an angel which is looking the other way, of course, you've got this one looking down on you. So we're continuing our walk down the centre here at Regent Street, and as you can see, with more lights. But the bit no one goes to is Lower Pier, which is St James's. Now what we're going to do is go round Piccadilly Circus. There you go. As you can see right at the end there, that is Piccadilly Circus there. We're going to go round the circus and down Lower St James's Street. And by doing that, we're going to get even more angels. Now here's one also Just look around and you get that amazing view back up Regent Street. If you close it in like that, you get not just this angel, but you get the other angels behind as well. Doesn't matter how many times you see them and how many years on the trot, it's still fantastic. So when you get to Piccadilly Circus, if you then swivel round past Eros, which is over there behind the scaffolding, and then further down, this is Lower St James's Street. As you can see, there's many more angels heading down that way. These are all slightly different. Let's go have a look. Now you'll notice on these angels they are completely different. So they don't have the bits where the lights come on and off. They're just on, but they twinkle nicely, which is rather lovely. And as you go down, not only have you got the buses, but you've also got lots more of the lights as you go down. But also, we're going to take a shortcut around the back to a little place that no one goes to, which I think, if I remember the name rightly, is St James's Court. But anyway, we're going to go that way. And look at this, people styling themselves for the lights. Right, so around the back, you've got Jermyn Street. So this runs parallel with Piccadilly, and they're slightly different, with stars around them and the wings outlined. And then as you go down, you've got more down that way. But let's go down a little bit further. See. So here we're at the bottom of Lower St James's Street, and this is where it meets the Mall. But look at that for a Christmas tree. Fantastic. So we're in St James's Market, and here you've got one of the angels, which is not lit up, but you can donate money at the end, right at the bottom there. There you go, and that stand right at the back there. And if you donate a fiver, I believe the light goes on, but it actually says, "Let your spirits of the future fly," or something like that. Oh, I don't know. It's a hodgepodge of words. It looks very nice, and I dare say when the neon's on it will look beautiful. So this is a part of the West End that often gets mixed, and it is at St James's Market. It's just off Haymarket and it goes through to Lower St James's. And what you've got here is you've got more lights sort of tucked away, but not many people discover these. This is rather beautiful. They've got it all set up here, and it's, what's it say? Celebrate the spirit of Christmas magic. There you go. With all sorts of wings hanging above it. And I think that is real plants. It certainly looks real. And if it's plastic, they've done it to look very lifelike.
So what did you think of the lights? Do let us know in the comments down below. And now I'll put a link to our recent video on Covent Garden. And if you haven't seen those lights, here they are.